Hello, welcome back, and today I actually have a very special video planned for you all. So before starting the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you want future videos like this. So for context, this video is to see if RFK Jr. has a legitimate chance at winning the 2024 US presidential election. For context, he's polling at about 10% in national polls, and people think that there's not a chance that he can win a single state, let alone the 270 electoral votes required to actually win the presidential election. But in my opinion, there is a chance that he can actually win the election, and here's how. So to look at how he can win, I'm first going to show you two case studies. So the first case study is Evan McMullin's 2016 campaign. So for context, Evan McMullin ran in 2016, and he primarily ran in the state of Utah as an independent. He almost garnered as many votes as Hillary Clinton, and people were wondering, even if he won the state of Utah, which was a slim chance, but there was a chance nonetheless, how could he win the presidential election? Well, you see, Evan McMullin's plan was in the contingency that neither candidate gained 270 electoral votes. If he could stop this from happening, he believed there was a chance that he could win the election. And here's how. If neither candidate gets 270 electoral votes, then the election goes down to the House of Representatives. And in this scenario, each state gets one vote for the election. So there has only been one time in US history where this has actually happened, and it was the election of 1824, where John Quincy Adams, even though he didn't win the electoral vote or the popular vote, he ended up actually winning the election. So in essence, this was what Evan McMullin was trying to do. So basically what happens if it is passed to the House is each state gets one vote in the election. So California and Alaska, even though they have different amounts of House of Representatives members, each of them still gets one vote in the subsequent election. So Evan McMullin was hoping that this would happen, and then he could somehow get the House of Representative delegations to vote for him. So in this scenario, it is possible that RFK Jr. can get enough House of Representatives members on his side. It would be possible for him to actually win the presidential election, as it's much simpler for a third-party candidate to get House of Representatives delegations than it is for a third-party candidate to actually win the popular vote or the electoral vote. And this is because the third-party candidates will get more name recognition among House of Representatives members. So with this being said, maybe RFK Jr. would get a third or a quarter of delegations, and he could use this to negotiate with Donald Trump or Joe Biden and see if it is possible for him to win the election, or at the very least, win a cabinet position in Joe Biden or Donald Trump's presidencies. So for this to even be possible, we need to see how there can be actually a 269 to 269 tie. So I'm going to go to the map, and I'm going to plot out a 269 to 269 tie. There are actually many of these that are possible, but this is one that I think there is a chance of happening. So we'll start with the safe states. So now that we have the swing states, I'm going to just mark down the swing states that I think will almost certainly go to one party or another. So in this case, New Hampshire for Biden, as well as North Carolina for Trump. Also, Florida for Trump. Florida isn't really a swing state, I just had it here. But at one point it was a swing state in the recent past, as recently as 2020 and 2016. So now that we have this, we just need the candidates to get to 269. So 269 minus 234 would be 35 electoral votes. So each candidate now needs 35 electoral votes for it to tie. So this can be done with Trump winning Michigan as well as Trump winning Pennsylvania. So now he's at 268. And then he wins Maine's second. So this is seen as a pretty likely possibility, Trump winning these two states and this district, and it is a possibility for a 269 to 269 tie, assuming that Biden wins the rest of these states, as well as Nebraska's second. So now that we have this tie, it would go to the House of Representatives, and as I said earlier, each delegation would get one vote. So assuming that RFK could somehow convince the House of Representatives to use their delegations on him, it is possible that he can actually win the 2024 presidential election. The more likely case is that he can get some delegations to vote for him, and then he uses this to negotiate for a high-level cabinet position. So if you like this video, you like this idea, make sure to subscribe and comment, and thank you.